This is bait, life outside the Federal Witness Protection Program. A very dangerous way to exist.
Skinhead, deadhead, everybody, gun bad, situation, aggravation, everybody, allegation, innocence on the news, everybody, dog food, bang bang, shot dead, everybody, gun mad. All I wanna say is that they don't really care about us.
Hacking my Aeromexico Visa card again in Tijuana. Hey, it's Suze, and welcome to tonight's episode of War Crimes Unit. Hey, nice to see you. Okay, if you watched my video from earlier in the day, I talked about, I think airports are a big key factor that prevents strange and unusual things, or at least decreases strange and unusual things from happening. And the big reason why I think I keep having problems here in Tijuana is because I didn't fly in to the Tijuana airport. Now, tonight, what happened is that I went to the local OXXO store and tried to use my Aeromexico Visa card, and it was declined. Colorful story from the OXXO convenience store, the same one that I was at this morning, and there was no problems, is that apparently their system locks up for a few hours and everything gets declined. They say it happens to everybody. I doubt it. I think it's a lie. I called US Bank that underwrites this credit card, and apparently the problem is on the payment processing center of OXXO. Okay, but here's a big difference. I've had this card declined for no reason 4 times in Tijuana. If you look at the very beginning of this video where I'm actually sitting all dressed up, and as you can see I'm in a nice hotel and I'm dressed really nice, that was actually in Mexicali, Mexico, and I used this same credit card every single day to get room service without problems. Every single day I got room service. You called the hotel in Mexicali, I used this every single day and I got room service. It was never declined. What is the big difference? I flew in, I went into Mexicali by plane. So, whereas in Tijuana, I came in by foot. That seems to be a big difference. Okay, so this would be considered blocking transactions. Intentionally blocking transactions as a method of warfare. Remember, everything that happens to me has the potential of being a war crime or some kind of human rights violation, whether or not it actually fits in the war crime section or just fits into the human rights violation. But there is like a provision under the law using starvation as a method of warfare. And what did I buy? I bought stuff to eat tonight. Okay, did I really need to buy stuff to eat? No, actually I need to lose about 10 pounds, but that's not the point. The point is that this was done intentionally, and I do not believe the OXXO store. It's retaliation because I contacted Congress today in my next location that I'm going to try to help on my family's case. It is retaliation because I have foiled every kidnapping, drug operation, sex trafficking, sting operation plot that they have come up with in Tijuana and in Los Angeles and in San Diego and in Indio, California. So there's a pattern to this. And so the only way that they can come back at me, a lot of times when I get away from the bad guys, is to hack my accounts. Now, why is that important? Victims cannot run from their abusers, cannot run from any kind of violence if they don't have the financial means to do so. I mean, nobody's paying my bills except for me. So if I don't have cash on me, or if this credit card doesn't work, or my debit card doesn't work, I'm fucked. I would not be able to get away from the bad guys. And so this happens to, not only in my high-end situation, which is, human trafficking. You want to call it human trafficking, it's also human trafficking. Victims who are just regular victims of domestic violence also have the same problems. So, I mean, any kind of financial crime in which a person does not have access to their finances or has access to money, that has an abusive situation, it's usually intentional, and it usually follows a pattern of something that they want to try to pull next. But anyway, that's tonight's episode of War Crimes Unit. Keep your stun gun handy. There's war criminals and terrorists out there, not me. Ones that the United States government knows about, especially the DOJ, and intentionally chooses to do nothing about.